Breaking Kim Kardashian and Kanye reunite? Fans shocked over secret Meetup claims. The photographs appeared online without warning. No official announcement. No carefully staged press release. No glossy magazine exclusive designed to control the narrative. Just a handful of grainy images, a sudden wave of whispers spreading across celebrity blogs, and one explosive question detonating across social media faster than almost any entertainment story this year. Were Kim Kardashian and Kanye West secretly meeting again behind closed doors? For millions of people watching this story unfold in real time, it felt almost impossible to believe. After years of public heartbreak, emotional interviews, viral controversies, political meltdowns, business collapses, family tension, and one of the most intensely analyzed celebrity divorces in modern entertainment history, the idea of these two reconnecting seemed unthinkable to some, inevitable to others. And yet, according to multiple entertainment reports, eyewitness claims, and renewed online speculation, something unusual appears to be happening behind the scenes. Because over the past several weeks, fans noticed subtle patterns. Unexpected sightings. Unusual timing. Coordinated appearances involving their children. And perhaps most importantly, a visible shift in tone. Not rage. Not public warfare. Not another emotional social media explosion. Something quieter. Something more controlled. Something that left fans wondering whether one of Hollywood's most chaotic relationships might be entering an entirely new chapter. But beneath the headlines and viral TikTok theories lies a much deeper story. A story about power, fame, mental pressure, family, image control, public humiliation, and two people who spent more than a decade transforming themselves into cultural symbols larger than their own marriage. Because this was never just a celebrity relationship. This became an American obsession. A relationship that blurred the line between entertainment and mythology. And now, years after their separation shattered headlines across the world, one unexpected rumor is forcing millions of people to ask a question nobody thought would return. Did their story ever truly end? To understand why these reunion claims exploded with such force, you have to go back to the beginning. Long before billion-dollar brands. Before political rallies. Before public breakdowns. Before divorce lawyers. Before viral controversies consumed headlines almost daily, there was simply Kanye West, one of the most influential artists of his generation, and Kim Kardashian, a reality television star many critics initially underestimated. At first glance, they appeared to come from completely different worlds. He was viewed as a creative revolutionary obsessed with art, fashion, music, architecture, and cultural influence. She was seen by critics as the face of reality TV celebrity culture. But behind the public stereotypes, both shared something incredibly powerful. An almost supernatural understanding of attention. They understood how modern fame worked before most of Hollywood caught up. Every appearance mattered. Every photograph mattered. Every headline mattered. Every silence mattered. Together, they became something far larger than a celebrity couple. They became a global media machine. And for years, it worked. The relationship generated enormous fascination because it seemed to combine two completely different visions of American celebrity. Luxury and chaos. Control and unpredictability. Carefully polished branding mixed with emotional volatility. Fans watched their wedding like a royal event. Fashion magazines treated them like cultural royalty. Entire industries benefited from their influence. Designers, streaming platforms, television networks, social media companies, beauty brands, music labels. Everything surrounding them generated engagement. But what many people missed during those glamorous years was the pressure building underneath the surface. Because fame at that level does not simply change relationships. It distorts them. According to multiple interviews given over the years, both struggled with the consequences of living permanently under global observation. Private disagreements became public entertainment. Personal vulnerabilities became trending topics. Family moments became content. And slowly, the emotional cost became impossible to ignore. Kanye's increasingly unpredictable public behavior transformed the relationship into something much darker in the eyes of many observers. His political controversies shocked longtime fans. His social media posts frequently triggered backlash. Public statements about family matters created tension that played out in front of millions. Meanwhile, Kim appeared to move toward a different type of public identity. More corporate, more polished, more legally focused, more strategic. While Kanye seemed increasingly consumed by emotional intensity and conflict, Kim's public image evolved into one centered around discipline, branding, motherhood, and business expansion. The contrast became impossible to ignore. And eventually, the marriage collapsed under the weight of enormous public scrutiny. When the divorce became official news, reactions exploded worldwide. Some fans blamed Kanye entirely. Others argued the pressure surrounding the family became unsustainable. Critics debated mental health. Supporters argued media exploitation played a role. Online communities divided into emotional camps almost immediately. But even after the separation, one reality remained impossible to erase. Their lives were still deeply connected. Because no matter how dramatic the headlines became, they still shared children. And that single fact changed everything. Over the following years, their interactions appeared complicated, tense, and at times emotionally exhausting. There were public disagreements involving parenting, controversial online posts, moments where fans openly questioned whether peaceful co-parenting was even possible. Every appearance generated analysis. Every social media post triggered theories. Even minor interactions became international entertainment news. And yet, something interesting slowly began happening beneath the chaos. The emotional temperature appeared to cool. Not completely, not permanently, but enough for people to notice. Public hostility seemed less explosive than before. Certain appearances involving family events appeared more coordinated. There were moments when both seemed focused primarily on protecting their children from escalating media warfare. According to reports from entertainment insiders, communication between them gradually became more stable over time. Not necessarily romantic, but functional, mature, strategic. And for celebrity observers who had followed this relationship for years, that shift alone was significant. Because Hollywood has seen countless high-profile divorces. But very few relationships carried the emotional and cultural weight of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. This was not simply the breakup of two celebrities. This was the collapse of an empire people emotionally invested in for over a decade. And that emotional investment never disappeared. Which brings us to the moment everything reignited. The alleged meetup. According to multiple entertainment reports circulating online, speculation intensified after the two were reportedly seen interacting privately during recent family-related appearances. Some reports suggested the meetings were connected entirely to parenting responsibilities. Others hinted there may have been longer conversations happening away from cameras. Several viral TikTok creators claimed sources connected to the family described the atmosphere as surprisingly calm. That single word changed the internet conversation. Calm. Because for years, the public associated their relationship with turbulence, public unpredictability, emotional instability, online conflict. So when fans suddenly began hearing whispers about peaceful private interactions, the speculation exploded almost instantly. Videos analyzing body language accumulated millions of views. Old interview clips resurfaced. Fans began dissecting every detail. The way they looked at each other. The timing of appearances. The absence of visible hostility. Even the smallest gestures became evidence in massive internet debates. But there was one particular detail that intensified the rumors more than anything else. According to online speculation, some observers believed Kim appeared emotionally softer when discussing Kanye publicly compared to previous years. Not necessarily affectionate, but less defensive, less emotionally exhausted. And for fans who spent years watching the relationship deteriorate in public, that tonal shift felt enormous. Still, there remains no official confirmation that the pair are romantically reconnecting. That distinction matters. Because celebrity culture often transforms ordinary co-parenting interactions into dramatic relationship theories. Two people attending family events together can instantly become secret reunion evidence online. And yet the rumors continue growing. Why? Because emotionally, people never stopped being invested in this story. The relationship represented something psychologically fascinating in American culture. A fantasy of modern power, beauty, influence, creativity, luxury, chaos, reinvention, success, collapse, and now perhaps redemption. That possibility alone is enough to drive enormous engagement online. But the deeper reason this story exploded may actually reveal something uncomfortable about celebrity culture itself. Modern audiences do not simply follow celebrity relationships anymore. They emotionally participate in them. Fans project their own heartbreak, their own failed relationships, their own hopes for reconciliation, their own beliefs about forgiveness. Some viewers see the possibility of healing. Others see danger. And those emotional divisions transformed this story into something much larger than gossip. On TikTok, reactions became intensely polarized. One side argued that people deserve growth, that families sometimes find ways to rebuild after public pain, that maturity can emerge after years of emotional conflict. Supporters pointed toward the importance of co-parenting. Others strongly disagreed. Critics argued the relationship history the rumors started quietly, not with a press release, not with a carefully staged Hollywood photo, but with whispers, a private location, a short meeting, tight security, no official statement, no confirmation from either side. And within hours, the internet exploded with one question that refused to die. Did Kim Kardashian and Kanye West just secretly reunite? For years, their relationship has existed somewhere between modern fairy tale and public catastrophe. Two of the most recognizable people on Earth. One built an empire through reality television, beauty, fashion, and relentless media strategy. The other transformed music, fashion, celebrity culture, and controversy itself into something almost impossible to separate from American pop culture. Together, they became larger than celebrity. They became mythology. And now, according to multiple reports and online speculation, fans believe something unexpected may be happening behind closed doors. Not necessarily romance. Not necessarily reconciliation. But contact. Communication. A possible meeting that has triggered millions of reactions across social media platforms, entertainment outlets, podcasts, TikTok breakdowns, fan forums, and celebrity news channels. Because for many people watching this story unfold, Kim and Kanye were never just another Hollywood couple. They represented an entire era. The rise of influencer culture. The collision between fame and mental health. The monetization of intimacy. The transformation of celebrity marriages into global entertainment franchises. And when their relationship collapsed publicly, the fallout became just as massive as the romance itself. But now, years after the divorce filing shocked the entertainment industry, fresh speculation is forcing people to ask whether the story between them was ever truly finished. And the deeper this story goes, the stranger it becomes. Because according to recent reports, insiders allegedly connected to the situation claim the former couple may have privately crossed paths amid growing tensions surrounding co-parenting, public controversies, Kanye's increasingly unpredictable public behavior, and Kim's ongoing attempts to maintain stability around their children. None of it has been officially confirmed. But in celebrity culture, perception can become reality almost overnight. And when two names this powerful suddenly become linked again, even rumors can move markets, dominate headlines, and emotionally pull millions of people back into a story they thought had already ended. What makes this situation especially explosive is timing. Because the alleged Meetup rumors did not emerge during a calm moment. They arrived during another chaotic chapter in the Kanye West saga. Public backlash, controversial statements, questions surrounding his personal life, ongoing scrutiny from critics and media organizations, and increasing concern from some fans about his emotional state and public image. At the same time, Kim Kardashian has continued evolving into something much larger than a reality television star. Business mogul, legal advocate, fashion powerhouse, mother of four, a woman attempting to balance billionaire-level fame with intensely public co-parenting under one of the most unforgiving celebrity spotlights in the world. Which is why this alleged meeting carries emotional weight far beyond tabloid curiosity. Because to some fans, the possibility of Kim and Kanye speaking privately again represents hope. To others, it represents danger. And for millions more, it reopens emotional memories tied to one of the most heavily documented celebrity relationships of the 21st century. To understand why this story has become so emotionally charged, you have to go back to the beginning. Long before the wedding in Florence. Long before the Met Gala appearances. Long before the billion-dollar branding machine. Before the breakdowns. Before the political rallies. Before the divorce. Before the public accusations. There was fascination. Kanye West had already become one of the most influential artists in modern music. His impact on hip-hop, fashion, production, and celebrity culture had fundamentally reshaped entertainment. He was brilliant, unpredictable, ambitious, emotional, controversial, and often impossible to categorize. Kim Kardashian, meanwhile, was building a completely different kind of empire. At first, critics underestimated her. Many dismissed her rise as temporary. A reality star, a tabloid celebrity, a social media personality benefiting from attention. But over time something changed. Kim understood modern fame better than almost anyone. She understood visibility, narrative control, brand identity, audience psychology, and eventually she transformed attention itself into business infrastructure. When Kim and Kanye officially became a couple, it felt less like a relationship announcement and more like a cultural event. Suddenly, music audiences, fashion audiences, reality television audiences, luxury brands, social media users, paparazzi outlets, gossip media, and mainstream news organizations were all watching the same story unfold. Their wedding became global content. Their fashion became trendsetting. Their appearances generated headlines instantly. Even ordinary family moments became internet events. And for a period of time, they appeared untouchable. But behind the glamour, cracks were forming. Reports about tension, different lifestyles, pressure from non-stop public attention, Kanye's increasingly controversial behavior, mental health struggles discussed publicly and painfully, and eventually, the emotional distance between them became impossible to ignore. By the time Kim Kardashian officially filed for divorce in 2021, the public reaction felt less like surprise and more like confirmation of something many people feared had been coming for years. Still, even after the divorce, the connection between them never fully disappeared. How could it? They share 4 children, a massive public history, business overlaps, cultural history, and emotional scars that became permanently embedded into public consciousness. That is why every interaction between them still generates enormous attention. Every photo, every quote, every rumor, every appearance at the same event. Because audiences are not simply watching 2 celebrities. They are watching unfinished emotional history. And according to reports circulating online this week, that history may have quietly resurfaced again. Some reports claim the alleged private meetup happened away from cameras and media attention. Others suggest the interaction may have involved family matters connected to their children. A few outlets have speculated that ongoing tensions surrounding Kanye's recent controversies may have contributed to the meeting. But the truth remains unclear. And that uncertainty is exactly what transformed this story into a viral obsession. Because mystery is fuel in the social media era. especially when the mystery involves people whose lives have been documented publicly for over a decade. On TikTok, users began dissecting timelines. Instagram fan accounts compared outfits, locations, schedules, and paparazzi photos. YouTube commentators built hour-long theories around alleged sightings. X exploded with debates about whether reconciliation was possible. Some fans celebrated the rumors emotionally. Others reacted with anger. And some warned that romanticizing the relationship ignored years of public turmoil. One major reason the speculation spread so quickly involves the emotional complexity of public memory. Many people still remember Kim and Kanye at their peak. The fashion dominance, the magazine covers, the interviews, the iconic appearances, the sense that they represented a uniquely modern form of power couple celebrity. And even after years of controversy, a portion of the public still feels emotionally attached to the idea of them. That emotional attachment creates something extremely powerful online: projection. People begin imagining redemption arcs, healing, second chances, a repaired family. But other audiences see the situation very differently. Critics point toward Kanye's repeated controversy